birthday is the 3-month anniversary of Kat and Cash's baby, 3-month birthday. So happy 3-month birthday, Solace. This video is 2 parts. I called it It's About Solace and also the 11 dimensions explained, as you can see here. It's another chart video. And the reason why it's important for me to make this video in 2 parts is because I truly believe that Solace is a very special being. And I'm going to try and say all of this without crying. So Solace chose Cat and Cash and I to start his physical portal here on planet Earth. And I do believe that while the whole time they were expecting, I kept saying that I believe that he is a special energy being. He's here to teach us how to communicate in love and a special way of communicating. And it's kind of funny, but there are many people who are around the globe connected to Solace without even meeting him. So I love this little guy so much. He's so special. So anyways, throughout the pregnancy, Kat and Cash wanted to deliver at home, and I was honored to be asked to help that delivery. As I said, Solace chose us to be there, and I've helped other babies be born, but I have to tell you, I have 3 of my own children. He is like the most magical being I think I've ever seen at birth. And that's not discounting any of my children. I have loved my children, but it's almost like a time portal was created for this galactic being. And anyhow, Solace was born with a cleft palate and a heart condition that made him have heart surgery on July 13th. And a few days before July 13th happened, he was supposed to have surgery a couple days before, and I was summoning energy to, yes, and on the solar eclipse, thank you, Kat's watching. And I have full permission to talk about this, by the way, just so everybody knows, Kat is watching. So anyways, he was born on the solar eclipse at 11:14 in the morning. And it's just about that time right now. And I feel like the transference of energy personally that I felt as a witness to this, I've never felt where I've actually manifested taking away physical pain. Like Kat was having leg cramps, and so I put my hands on her legs, and I was physically telling myself, just take away the pain and give it to myself right now, and whatever. And so I went through this energy transfer, and I couldn't walk for about 3 or 4 days after because I forgot to get rid of it myself. That's my own fault. But anyways, I that was the first time that I actually manifested an energy transfer on purpose and intentionally, because I've tried to do that with my kids when they've hurt themselves. I'm like, oh, I'll do anything to take away your pain. And so that's kind of what I was doing. And anyhow, this magical being was born almost at 11:11, and he was 3 minutes late. And about a half an hour before that, I said, "Oh, I think he's trying to come out at 11:11." And he was born on a Thursday, and then the Sunday before, even myself, I was saying, "Oh, I think he's going to be born on the solar eclipse," and yada da da da. And look, there he is. So he is very spirit. He's had a lot of people worldwide pray for him in our community, and I'm so grateful for them. And they've elevated the vibration. Like Solace has elevated my vibration since he's been born. And I don't know how to explain it other than he's a galactic being and of a higher dimension, and he does communicate. When I held that baby for the first time, um, they were on their way to we had the home birth, and then they had the longest umbilical cord time I've ever seen, by the way, which was great. I think it was like 45 minutes of umbilical cord pulse time, which was, he was the strongest baby I have ever held physically in my arms. And I've had an 11-pound baby just about, you guys, okay? So keep that in mind. He's so physically fit, and he is the most beautiful baby. And he looks exactly like the vision I had of him the year before when I met Cash. So I don't tell a lot of people that story, but I did envision Solace running in front of Cat and Cash the day that I met Cash. I had already met Cat, and it was almost a year exactly to the date Solace was born. So that's very magical to me. So the other thing that kind of was amazing about this baby is I've held a lot of babies too in my hands. I've probably held over 300 babies, I'm guessing, in 30 years of being a parent. That's an easy, or being around babies, whatever. We all come into contact with lots of babies, but I used to work in a restaurant, so I got to see a lot of babies, right? And a lot of people let me hold their babies. So, yeah, weird or whatever, I don't care. But this baby was like, and I've mentioned it before in my videos, he was just engaged with my soul. From the moment he was born, his eyes were connected to me like he knows why he's here. He's here with purpose and intent, and he's on a mission. So, part of his first 3 months journey to me has been he's teaching other beings in the hospital, at the children's hospital, how to transfer their own energy. He's very sound physically. So I'm about to make this video about the 11 dimensions because I want to explain how we can manifest a healthier timeline for Solace as and the rest of humanity. And it's not just about Solace the being, it's about solace in humanity. Okay? So that's why I think this is one of the most important videos I will ever make. So bear with me, guys. I'm trying not to cry. I think I'm doing pretty well. So this video is called The 11 Dimensions Explained, the one I'm going to explain to you, and it's on the YouTube channel Engineering Made Easy. It's the advanced one I put right here, and it's the 23-minute, 53-second video. So I'll repeat it again. You can go look in the YouTube thing, search class, 11 Dimensions Explained. Engineering Made Easy YouTube channel will come up, and it's a 23-minute and 53-second video. Now, thank you, Andrea, for sending me the first video, not the advanced one, the 15-minute one. I've shared both of them on my Facebook and on my Telegram channels. By the way, I'm banned again from Facebook. Anyways, so Facebook posting for another week. Shocking. Anyways, so here we go with the 11 Dimensions Explained. So it is gonna be a little bit mind-boggling. And it might be, I don't know if it's backwards when you're watching it. I hope not. You can all flip the screen or whatever. I don't know how that works, but I'll point at everything. We should all be smart enough to figure out what I'm talking about as I point. So in the 0 dimension, there's no length, no height, and no width. It's just one point, one dot, okay? In the first dimension is length. So it's 2 points linked together, and it's the length, okay? The second dimension is length and width, which is flat shapes, 4 points. Okay, so we got that. Now the third dimension, where we live here, on planet Earth, okay? Length, width, and height. We're in 8 points, a cube, if you will. All right, so things that are 3D, human, ball, car, cube, etc. The things that we experience in a third dimension world as well are all the negative vibrations and the positive vibrations. Happy, grief, love, blah, blah, blah. Lower vibrational beings, I want to point this out. It is my belief, lower vibrations cannot get off this planet because they cannot master, they have no consciousness, okay? They can't master the next part of what we're going through and what many people are experiencing, but don't know what they're experiencing. So I hope this is, and this is just my opinion, do your own research, as I've said for 2 years now. So please bear with me. Gets a little bit more complicated, as you can see. We're doubling the points as we go along. That's what a dimension is. So jumping from one dimension to the next. So in the third dimension, as I said, is a cube. Now we get to the fourth dimension. In the fourth dimension, we have time, length, width, and height. Time is included in this. So in our third dimensional, time is very linear. You're gonna have to rewind it because it's a really good video. I'm just kidding. So now we have 16 points. So it's basically like a hypercube, a tesseract. So it's 2 cubes linked together. And I'm not going to draw that every time I'm doubling it because you just connect this point with the next point, this point with the next. So it gets really complicated. Anyhow, so in a fourth dimension, if you're a fourth dimension being, you can control, you have control over time. Only one timeline exists, okay? You can go back in time to change a major decision. This fellow uses the marriage decision, okay? If you decide to get married and whatever. So he explains it. You have one timeline. This is the present. This is when you go back in time and you met that person to make the marriage decision and you say no, and then you continue on this timeline. This timeline does not exist anymore. You only have one timeline, okay? That's what it is. Fifth dimension beings can control time. They possess everything that the 4D people have. They also can be present at different locations at the same time. They can have many jobs and hobbies at the same time. Now, when I was listening to this, I was like, that explains why I can personally do, when I was working full time, 50 hours a week, I could draw 3 portraits a week and not flinch. Now it's like, I'm so involved in learning more that I've replaced the work with absorbing this. So it's very interesting, and I'm still doing art and I'm still playing guitar, so I can do all of those things. And the other thing I was going to say is I've never really been able to figure out why I can do this. I learned to play guitar late in life, so I put headphones on and I'm listening to it so I know when to change chords. I sing along so I'm not thinking about the words or anything, and it's kind of automatic, but I'm thinking of something completely different than what I'm doing, playing and sing. Like it's been really weird. So this kind of explains it to me. Okay? Parallel universes exist. Now that means, as we just explained in the first one, if I decided that I didn't want to break up with my boyfriend, okay, I use this one. If I didn't want to, I go back to the decision and I can continue on that way. And I also have this timeline. So you have 2 timelines going on. And that's what happened to me last year. We broke up physically, but I still have a relationship going on, and it's new stuff based on our old stuff that made us happy. I don't know how that worked, but that's now I'm explaining it. So another version of yourself can exist living lives separately. And it's all based on the same cause and effect. So me in the new timeline where we didn't break up, we're having a happy life based on the fact that I changed behaviors, he changed whatever. That's cause and effect. Okay? Same like if I decided not to get married here and just remain single, I could have that, oh, that's what my other single life would look like. So you get how that's going. So two parallel universes can um, go at the same time. You cannot go directly to meet yourself. You have to go back to the point of decision. So you can't hop from here to here. That's the hindrance with a 5D self, okay? So you can see when there have 4 cubes linked together, and they're all linked together, how that becomes so many universes, so many choices, so many timelines, so many cause and effect. And all of these still have to come back from they have to be created from the same point, okay? And what I mean by that is I'll get to it in the 6th dimension. So in the 6th dimension, you have the 5D and parallel universe. So you have 64 points exist. You can see past, present, and futures of all parallel universes, okay? So you can have all of these things going on. So all parallel universes must have the same beginning, i.e. the Big Bang. Okay? That's where our 3D started. So we're still in that Big Bang. So all of these 6D and under have to be from the Big Bang. Okay? Like 5D, you can choose multiple carriers of your choice. You can have multiple versions of yourself living simultaneously. Oh, I forgot to change that. In parallel universes. And the 6th dimension easily can meet your other versions of self and jump timelines easy. So I can go back and forth between my old life and new life and see myself working stuff out and all of that stuff. Okay? And I think that's why I can remember things sometimes about dates, and I feel like I've been in the past and I feel like I've been in the future because I'm jumping timelines constantly, okay? Either from our past life or, I don't know, our spiritual DNA. That's what I'm still trying to figure out, okay? Now, and I left this big because when we get to the 7th dimension, it gets crazy. Okay? So there's an infinite number of universes. Infinite versions of yourself can move from one universe to another universe. There are 60 characteristics, of course. You're free from limitations of start conditions. So you could be from another universe that didn't even start from a Big Bang or something, okay? You can move freely in an infinite number of bodies and universe and see all timelines. See all timelines. See all timelines. So basically, after you are like 4D, you've become a time traveler to me. Okay? So you can, if past, present, and future all exist in the same time, then this is what is happening. Okay? So in the 8th dimension, you have 7D, and you can see past, present, futures for all infinite number of possibilities in all universes. 8D objects do not have any physical existence, and they can change shape, size, like virtual reality. It's like putting on that, and I think this 8th dimension is like in the movie Lucy. Okay? It's getting to where she dissolves into just a memory stick or whatever. Now, the 9th dimension. Mind-boggling superpowers. I loved how he said it, so I had to rewrite it. Mind-boggling superpowers. 8th dimension have an infinite universes, the own laws in physics, separate conditions of their origins. Many civilizations, aliens may reside at the same place, coexisting, not even knowing that they're there, okay? And so think about Star Wars and like all of these galactic movies coming in and out, and they have no clue, okay? There's no physical form they can move freely between any universes. Now, the 10th dimension is God, okay? That's God. And 11th dimension is sound and frequency. Again with the phone, okay? Every single time, Linda. Sorry about that. So I put it into how it is looking the other way, okay? So we have here again the dot, the straight line, and the paper of the 2D. Humans are 3D flatter. That's funny. So how we get through to the upper vibrations are we have to do it through connecting through our pineal gland and meditations. All right. So we can call these prayer miracles, meditation miracles, healing miracles, whatever you want to call it, where we can heal people and take away their physical pain or manifest a new, healthier timeline or whatever. I know I've seen it in the last couple of years because a friend of mine's son had a brain tumor, and we literally prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, and he's better now. Like, so he did have medical help, but I believe we helped him because I don't think medical help, what we know is what's natural. So this is why I want to focus on the earthly healing vibrations and manifestations of creating new, healthier timelines for all humans, not just Solace, but all humans, and that includes med beds. So everybody is talking about med beds, but I physically know somebody who needs a med bed right now. I don't care when I get one, but I want one for my little guy. So I want a med bed manifest for all the children who need immediate help right now. So the doctors deemed Solace in like he's fine. He's, to me, I think he's fine. But you know how doctors are just start charts and things like that, okay? Now, I think his physical body needs to be reattached into his spiritual body needs to be reattached into his physical form. So we need to help him with his physical form and all these beings on the planet that need help with their physical form. So I do believe it comes in the prayer of manifestation of light and love and godly vibes. Now, I've never been a religious person. You know that. I don't talk about religion. It has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with sound and frequency and raising your vibrations. So, let me explain a few things that people are holding on to right now, and every person is being challenged with their shadow self right now in these lower earthly vibrations. We need to break those programs. Okay? So we need to break the programs, and instead of focusing our energy on negativity, we need to focus it on the love and controlling our timeline. And today is September 10th. We all want an event to happen. Most of us want it to happen tomorrow. But as you can see, when you're in these other dimensions, there are so many different timelines being created based on what people's expectations are of your reality and your timeline. So I'm thinking if we focus on a simple phrase for all of humanity, that we can all manifest the healthiest timeline for all beings on the planet, the healthiest timeline for all beings on the planet in divine love and light, the healthiest timeline on the planet for all beings in divine love and light. Okay? Now, a couple of things I want to point out just as a side note before I leave this video, okay, is many people already are controlling your timelines. Many people are jumping timelines. Many people are doing that already, and you don't know that you're actually experiencing. Okay? So, we want to manifest the healthiest timeline. Okay? What is the now? Yeah. The now, right now, is people are weighted down with going to this, in Canada, an election. Don't. Don't waste your energy. Don't think about it. It's nothing more to me than I think they're collecting information from all the people who are going to say no and put in opposition or whatever. I think you're just creating more lower vibrations. So detach yourselves from those lower vibrations and those lower energies. You also might see a 3D show going around with TRUMPs. Um, uh, there might be an assassination on it. Do not let that drag your vibration down. Because when you think about it, going back to Solace and Trump and Queen Romana and Lady Diana and JFK Jr. and all of these beings, like, it's starting to make sense to me, okay? Like, more and more. So, and that's because I'm spending less and less time on social media. The less and less time trying to uh, like research the 3D timeline. The 3D movie that's being played out in the media and through the politicians, that's to me all controlled. I'm actually enjoying all of the show and some of the older videos that are cropping up now and getting me banned from Facebook and blah, 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 blah. So we need, not everybody, I want to explain to everybody something very, very clearly. Now, you need to detach from this physical form and who your family is in this physical form. And I say that with love. I say that with love because I've had my own experiences with people in my family, not my immediate sons, but getting the JAB. Now, my feelings on all of that is not everybody's soul contract is here to be woken up. Okay? Not everybody's soul contract is here to like rise to the challenge. Now, most of you that are doing a lot of work internally and sharing your information, you've risen to ignite yourself and you've gotten rid of a lot of those negative vibrations that are causing you to be pulled down. Now, in my experience, I'm thinking, this is just my opinion, that I think these people are seventh dimensional beings, at least, that are helping us. Okay? And you need to move through your own limitations of cognitive dissonance right now, because I know a lot of people are stumbling with information and getting absorbed in it, especially when it comes to um, who did what, and all of this stuff. They're only meat suits carrying out a role in their soul contract to awaken society to me. Like, say it's Schmouchy. He made a contract. It wasn't with a good person, but he made a contract, and his contract was to carry that through. So that's all part of the story. So, what did I do? Oh, I don't know what you're asking. What did I do? Be honest. I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. But anyhow, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. And I think it's very important to keep your mind free of negative vibrations or the, oh my, something's going to happen, or when's this going to happen. We need to manifest the healthiest timeline for all of humanity. We need to manifest the healthiest timeline for all of humanity in light and love, divine light and love. So if you think that people are still a shill and you're still doubting, and that's all work you need to do within yourself. That is a trust issue. And I do know this because I've had all of these triggers I've had to work on this whole year and a half. I've been called a liar, I've been called a fraud, I've been called whatever. I didn't ask you to come watch my channel. Like, I don't go on your channel and say negative stuff, but whatever. I've had to get rid of all of the expectations of people that they have upon myself. And I'm just here trying to manifest my healthiest timeline so I can continue on helping people heal. So I I don't know what you're asking. I'm not sure what you're actually asking. So anyways, not meant for my eyes actually. And that's what's happening when vibrations are being missed and communication is being missed. That's what's happening. We don't understand, they don't understand. So you can say something to somebody and they won't understand. So I just want to say though, once again, I really want to have you uh, manifest a healthy timeline for Solace, because I think that's selfish of me, but you also have children. I know there's some thing. Hold on, this troll is gonna get zipped out of here soon. Put user on timeout. Anyways, yeah, just go away. Anyways, there's always one. But so what I want to get at is manifesting a healthy timeline for all of humanity. And I do love my little nephew, like to the moon and back. I really think that he feels like my fourth son. Kat and Cash know this. And I'm so lucky. I feel so blessed to be there when he was born. I honestly, that was the biggest honor. And the reason I think that I felt so honored is because I think on the solar eclipse, this, I feel like he's a king. I feel like I read his birth chart and I was like, holy, everything that I ever was thinking about this child is true. It literally says there he will create his own language and, you know, teach people how to communicate on a different level. And it's just mind-boggling. This child, I believe, is from another dimension for sure. And I think we're seeing a lot of these beings be born now to help us communicate in just unconditional love. And unconditional love is what I have for all beings. All I do, all beings, even trolls. Like, they waste your energy for about 2 3 seconds and then it's done. You need to release it and surrender them off to love. I love you, trolls. So, but thank you for tuning in today. I really love each and every one of you. I really truly do. I don't really get angry about anything anymore. So, and we all need to grow. It's all about growing and learning. So, and being open to raising your vibrations. If you live in fear of anything right now, fear of being kicked out of your place, there's a lot of landlords that are being total knobs right now. And if you're worried about that, then surrender that off to light and love and stand your ground. So stand your ground with everybody. Put your boundaries up and raise your vibrations. Don't let anybody infiltrate you. And I'm going to use this um, statement I use on my kids a lot. I read it on a meme once. You wouldn't let somebody walk around your house with shit on their shoes. So why do you do that in your mind? Okay? Get rid of all the negative vibes. Just sweep it right out. So I might do a motorhome update from the outside coming soon. Not the inside, just the outside. Yeah, inside's waiting for a special reveal. So thank you, everybody. I do love you truly. Have a blessed day. And thank you, Kat and Cash, once again, for letting me share your story. And I do know Solace is here to tell everybody his transference from being in the medical field for 3 months and being poked and prodded at and all these energies coming at him to um, being healed in a med bed. That's really what I am looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to all my friends getting healed too. And the JAB will be healed in a med bed. So stop worrying about that sort of thing. To me, lower your vibration. Everybody has free will, and if they want to get healed, they will get healed. That's just the way the world is working right now. People who want to know the truth are here learning the truth. People who want to live in fear are going to live in fear. But it's hard shutting down that 3D vibration. It really is. I mean, let's put this up just so you all can remember. These dark energies are not leaving. They're not going where we're going. They're not going through these stages. They haven't figured out how to do that. So to me, that is my belief. They have not figured out how to do that because they made a contract with the DEVIL. And I never believed in like that until last year. And then I learned all about what goes on our planet. And I'm like, wowzers. Yeah. So now I know why Starella always said, what the heck? So, anyways, much love to every single one. Please, 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 please manifest the healthiest timeline for all the divine beings on planet Earth. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, Elle.